and tips on how to achieve your financial goals and dreams. Because of the theme of this webinar, that is why I mentioned financial goals and dreams. So when you have financial goals and you have some, some big dreams, then it means that you are taking the journey to financial freedom, right? So one may ask, what is financial freedom? Financial freedom is a state of being where you have enough income and assets to support your desired lifestyle without having to work actively for it, okay? So it means that when you have attained financial freedom, I mean, there are some lifestyles you can take, a bit more of extra expenses, and you are not too worried. We are not talking about the lifestyle that you sit by the calculator, okay, and calculating every expense, every outing, every purchase you need to make. Then there is a question, right? So it means that when we are thinking about financial freedom, then there is a bit more of excess income, right? Okay, sure, for a desired lifestyle. Also, an example of a financial freedom is, so probably you are working, you are into a business, you generate income. When generating income, you make savings, you make some investment, you feel I'm tired, I need to travel. And you do all those lifestyles and it doesn't affect you, then it means that you are getting to the financial freedom, okay? Some people are able to, go through such lifestyles, probably, during one leave time, or within a year, the person is able to, travel like 2 times, 3 times, and it's comfortable. Because there are some of us that will travel, but will need to, make more savings, investment, accumulate funds for another 2 or 3 years before we can travel again. So this year I go to Dubai. It has to take me like 3 years before I can repeat it. But you have attained the financial freedom. When you can go to your Dubai, and in 6 months you can go to the Dubai and it doesn't affect you. Everything is okay. It's not like you're a married person and you cannot give money at home, you cannot pay school fees. No, that is not financial freedom, and still live the lifestyle you want. It means that you are in control of your money and time, and you can pursue your passions and interests without worrying about financial constraints. But if every move you need to make, you need to think about, what will be left? What will I do? What will tomorrow be like? Then you are not on that journey. Okay, so I would like to help you embrace the entrepreneurship mindset for creating wealth and building financial freedom, right? Okay, so to be able to have such lifestyle, to be able to attain financial freedom, it means that you have to be generating income.
Sorry, Madam Rabbit, let me know when you want me to go to the next slide. I have your slides now.
Yes, sure, I will let you know, please. Okay. Just like 3 wrap up, all right? So that the slides will be a bit easier to understand, all right? So I said that I'm also going to help you embrace your entrepreneurship mindset for wealth creation and financial freedom. We'll also look at building multiple income streams as well as risks and rewards for starting a business, okay? So to be able to, have that lifestyle I spoke of with no constraint, then you have to look at generating income you should earn. Because without that income, you'll not be able to attain that lifestyle, okay? And earning income comes from several sources. So it could be through work, it could be through investment, it could be through business. So I wanted to mention that I am going to look at the aspect of creating wealth through entrepreneurship, owning your own business, right, in attaining the financial freedom. Okay, so building multiple income streams is a popular and smart way to increase your income and achieve financial freedom. So in fact, to be able to get enough income, it means that it's also, good or suitable if you have like quite multiple avenues you can get that income, but manageable. It shouldn't be a way that it will stress you. So let's say you have your 6 to 5, but on the side you are passionate, so probably within weekends you engage people in tuition, you have a blog, etc. So if you increase your avenues of income also, it helps. Now, with entrepreneurship of increasing your income, if the business is properly managed, then it means that you can be having other channels or branches, as we call it. So you realize that somebody starts a business in Accra or starts a business in Lagos, then there is another branch in Lekki, if I'm right, or another branch in Port Harcourt. Which other places do I know? All right, so basically that. Then I mentioned about wealth creation. Wealth creation is important in the financial journey process, the theme. Remember the theme, right? Okay, so wealth creation is key. You can attain that finance or financial journey of freedom when you are generating income, as I've already said, or creating wealth. So basically, someone will ask me, and quickly I'll take that. What is wealth creation? So wealth creation is about accumulating assets, especially those that generate income over time. So simply put, it's put your money to work now in preparation for your financial future. So if it is a building you are putting up so you could rent, the process starts now. But in the near future, you are just receiving your rent payment or rent allowance, right? So financial, creating wealth, it's about accumulating assets, especially those that generate income over time, right? So we said we want to embark on a financial freedom journey. And to embark on that, you need to generate income, because if you're not generating income, how can you have that lifestyle, right? Okay, all right. So basically, that's what we are talking about. So the wealth creation process will be most effective if it started early. So why is Coach Bimbo embarking on this journey? We are doing that today because we need to start early. You can't say that you are waiting for 50, 60 years. By then, your strength has gone down. I know most of you are around 20, 30. There's still time. They say life begins at 40. But I'm not saying that because life begins at 40, you start that journey at age 40. No. So we are saying that the wealth creation will be most, effective. Someone said, yeah, start early, or I think it's Coach. When you start early, starting investment during early stages of life will give a head start for achieving those goals, okay? So because of, the theme of the webinar and what I talk about, I decided to, have a t-shirt on that has thinking ahead. We need to think ahead. We don't need to wait.
That's
for
nice.
what we cannot control to happen. Yes, all right. So I have thinking ahead, and down, you cannot see down. It has be intentional. You need to be intentional. People say there is nobody, born to wealth. Yes, people can be born to wealth. You can make it happen. That is the generations, your children. You can change the future if we start early and now. If you didn't have it, you can also create for your children, right? Okay, so that's why I don't believe that people are really born into wealth. So if you don't have it, you can create for your children. So all your generations that are coming after are in worthiness, and we need to be intentional about it. You need to tell yourself, that is the journey I want to embark in. I should be able to achieve it. Let me move quickly. So having wealth doesn't just provide you with money to buy stuff. Like I said, you can decide to travel as many times as you have, so you have a place to sleep. Okay, you are not renting, and it comes over time. All right, there is home. Probably you are married. There is wife. There is mommy who can cook for you, right? But though there is home, there is mommy who can cook for you. You can decide that, okay, this 4 Saturdays coming, I'm not spending it home. I'm just going to have some relaxation in the hotel where there could be a pool, and whether the food is like 100,000 naira, 200,000 naira, you don't have a problem. You can afford it. So having wealth doesn't just mean that you have the money, but these are the comforts and control. All right. And you know that people normally say, there's an adage that, when you have money, you have power as well. But knowledge is more powerful, right? And knowledge also generates money for you. So it's often said that the 3 main sources of wealth creation, there are other sources of wealth creation, that is generating income. But I just want to mention about 3 main. Along my presentation, other sources will come along the line. But the emphasis I will not go detailed into it. The one I'll go detailed into is the entrepreneurship, using entrepreneurship to generate income, effectively managing your business world, to have enough income, okay, to be able to cater for your dream lifestyle that you want, okay, or to be able to help you enter your financial journey, right? So it's often said that the three main sources of wealth creation are stock market, real estate, and entrepreneurship. So I just want to say that I am going to focus on the entrepreneurship. But quickly, I'll be wrapping up soon, Coach. So with this, I know that when it gets to the slides of it, I have explained already, so it won't take much time. All right, so how can I create wealth for my family? Somebody, just to mention for you, you can invest in the stock market. You can teach your children about personal finance. I said that if we didn't have it, we can start the journey now. So, you can help your children. There are some of the kids when they are going to school and you give them that pocket money, okay? All right, you give them that pocket money and all, they come back, they don't spend all at school. We help them, we guide them. We can get in the piggy bank, and right from that age, they are learning how to, save money or effective money. All right, so you can also invest in real estate to create wealth for yourself or family. Invest in your children's education. If you don't educate, they become a burden for you, because through education, they can get a job, also set businesses up for themselves, and they can, be capable for their own self. You can also build a business to pass down. So how to create, I'll be throwing more emphasis on. Now, note, I didn't say just build a business. We are looking at building businesses to pass on. There are so many decades ago, everybody knew, when you are talking about Africa on the global map, when you are talking about Africa on the global map, everybody is thinking about poverty. But as we said, we are thinking ahead, we are being intentional, and we need to start now. If you and I had come to meet businesses, probably our parents or grandparents had taken, the story will be different. But today we are lucky to have education, and we are learning that we can also be able to do it, so that this whole mindset of poverty for Africa will be broken during our case time or so many generations to come. So please, when I talk about business, I tell people I'm not speaking about business just to have business for the sake of it, showing off. No, we are thinking about business so that you can pass it on. Then the whole poverty cycle is broken. Okay, so most of the time we are living, we are planning for ourselves, we are not planning for our kids. The cycle becomes complete when our kids are also well-to-do. But if we are okay, they don't become okay, then we've gone back to zero. Okay, we can also take advantage of life insurance. It's an aspect of its own. I think this whole journey of this whole theme of financial journey, I'm sure Coach will bring a lot of experts on board, people that will speak to you detailed of what I've spoken about, this investment. I will speak a bit detailed about business. So I'm sure as time goes on, we'll also have insurance aspects. It's also another form of investment who can, talk about the relevance of having a life insurance. In our part of the world, the globe, Africa, insurance is so low. But in the other side of the world, it's more about insurance, even more than banking. So I think at the appropriate time, Coach Bimbo will let us have, facilitators that could help us. That aspect of as well, right? Okay. So entrepreneurship provides new job opportunities in short and long term. Okay. So in wealth creation, where you will generate income and be able to embark on freedom journey, okay? I mean, when you are able to set up that business, people are able to get jobs. So other people benefit, so creating their own financial path and plan. So by the end of this webinar, I hope that you will take actions and start your journey to financial freedom today. Thank you for your attention, and let's begin with the slides.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Okay, coach. Okay. Okay, sure. All right. So I'm taking the aspect of wealth creation where we can generate income through entrepreneurship, right? Okay. So before, I want to mention that, the whole idea for us to get the concept of how entrepreneurship can help us in generating income, building wealth, okay, it can be done through platform, as we are having this platform of empowerment. So basically, Coach has created a platform of financial empowerment whereby we are sharing knowledge on how you can begin this journey to financial freedom, okay? So financial empowerment, what we are doing now is about setting financial goals, building and executing a plan to maintain your chosen standard of living and having a strategy to handle unexpected financial challenges that pops up, okay? So in everything financial journey we want to embark, or any financial activity, we need to have a goal, okay? So I'm making these savings. This is what I earn. I'm into this business after taking expenses and my profits left. I put a bit aside because I want to mobilize some funds so that I can start some building projects, or I'm putting that funds into various investments, cash investments. It could be the treasury bill, it could be fixed deposits, it could be the stocks, right? So it's all a goal. So you need to have a goal, right? And building and executing a plan to maintain your chosen standard of living. So how you can be able to execute that goal or strategy is dependent on the standard of living you have chosen. So somebody says, I think Africa is enough. I don't think I need to travel. So if I'm making this amount of savings within a month, it should be able to fund my lifestyle. That is the goal and the lifestyle you want, okay? So far as it makes you comfortable, is not stressing, then I think that we are getting closer to the journey, or we have started the journey. All right. So having a goal is more like planning. So it means that a financial plan will have to be in place. If you don't plan, you might not see how you are making that income. Okay, so we are embarking on a financial journey. To be able to embark on that financial journey, we need to, generate income. And we are looking at avenues. There is investment avenue, there is setting up a business, and that is the path I have taken. So it is coming with a plan on how to generate income. Sure. So financial planning is a guide to planning one's life from now through the future to the end. Okay. So your planning should have strategies that can sustain you from now till future and till end. The end is necessary for me because you don't start this journey. So I'm 30 years, I have a financial goal. This is how I'm going to go about my income, my expenses, and what I'm going to invest. So I'm planning that I go into real estate, or I develop some few properties so you can rent. When you have such properties now, it can take you forever. So not what you put in your plan. Don't put things in your plan that will have an end. So that is why they say you diversify your plan. You diversify the strategy. You have different stuff in. Because if you are looking at only investing, for instance, in T-bill, and something happens, all that money is gone. So you look good from now to the next 10 years. In 20 years' time, we see you, people are pointing you and they are saying that, oh, don't you remember that lady? Don't you remember Mr. So-and-so, Mr. So-and-so? He used to be worthy. And I'm sure you are familiar with this statement. In Africa, everybody used to be rich. What happened to the end? So please, today we have seen that as we make financial plans, we should think about the end. It shouldn't end us in between the middle and we are having a miserable retirement or a miserable old age and we are becoming burden to people. The end is the goal. That is major. I like that. Okay, so let's keep it. So the plan should start now through the future, 10, 20 years to the end. In building a financial, because if you don't see it through the end, Now we become burden for our children, as I said. So our children also start up, they have their income, and they cannot focus to also make investments for their children's children, and they need to bring all back to come and take care of you. The goal and the strategy has failed. So it is critical for us to focus on the plans we put in place regarding our finances. And it's important that we join seminars and webinars like this. These are the important. Are you getting? People are taking money outside. You see people, I'm sure you're on social media, the net, how much financial consultants are taking, financial coaches are making, because it's not free. But we've been able to, get the platform whereby coach has put something together that we've gotten all this knowledge. You're going to get all this knowledge and more for free. What's your plan? It should be in the future. It should have a proper ending. In building a financial plan, you should look at how to generate income, controlling the income, that is managing the expenses, and making investment. So somebody starts earning and there is no plan. So for instance, I've gotten work, I'm earning like 100,000 naira is an example, 50,000, 200,000 naira. And at the end of the day, I'm buying dresses, and other stuff, partying, and there is no savings at all. No. So he says that in building a financial plan, you need to look at generating income. So when you have the income, you can also look at other flexible ways of adding other multiple streams of income. So if you are good in teaching, if you are good in something, some people, probably your mom is a baker, so you could learn all those stuff from her. So you have what you do, but at the side and at your leisure, you can add those passions to increase your income. So in building the plan, you need to look at how you are going to get income, and controlling, that is managing your expenses. So the first speaker, my colleague Doc, has spoken about budget and expenses. You have to control your expenses, because if you are making the income and the work done is zero. So he showed you the rule, right? The 50-30-20 rule. So you know that, okay, I am spending 50, I'm putting 20 here, I'm putting 30 here, you are not touching it. But if you are not having that control in place, then it means that we come back to zero. Your plan should look at generating income, controlling income, and making investments. All right, Coach, I think we can move ahead. All right, okay. Okay, Coach, so getting a job, all right, so how do you create income? These are some of the areas we can. So through education, as I said, education is key and a great form of investment. So because you can even monetize your knowledge, you can teach and get income. So how do you create income? Getting a job with your certificate or experience or your specialty, what you are good at, creating or starting your own business. That is the part I am focusing and throwing much more emphasis on. Being creative with your passion and selling it. Some people are very creative at art. Some people can bake. Some people can cook. You are getting what I'm saying. So, all of us are aware. Just recently, Nigerians own Hilda Basi. Her passion, was cooking. She was creative with it, and she got onto the, Guinness Book of Records, and it brought a lot of recognition and other stuff to him. I mean, very affordable. Most of us were impressive. Girls learned, and there were a lot of lessons people took through her journey of getting to where she got to. So being creative with your passion, you can generate income from it. Selling an asset, land, building to get income, and invest to generate more income. So some people are lucky to get inheritance from. If not, you can also equally be saving gradually. You acquire land. Believe you me, I don't know how it is in Nigeria, but in Ghana, the price of land today, in a year or two, the price changes drastically. It becomes like double. So if the price of a land is like 200,000 naira or 300,000 naira, pardon me, I don't know the currency so much. Okay, I mean, in a year or two, it doubles. So that is a great form of investment. It means that when you sell or you sell one out of it or part of it, you can acquire. Okay, what happens is that each now and then areas are developing so fast, so the price of lands for certain areas now doubles. So when you get the income, you can, move to another area, get lands. And that's why you see that, more real estate people seems to like have money. Okay. So, and if you're a student, I think that we had people registering who were 20, and it's likely you are still in school, probably in the university. These are some of the areas you can look at, right? So you can look at starting a blog. Just a minute. I want to show part. Okay, so you can start a blog or a website that showcase your expertise, passion, or hobby. You can monetize your blog or website by displaying ads, selling products, or can also help you build your personal brand and attract more opportunities for collaboration. Yes, coach.
Please, can you maybe check out your video for a while so that because your bandwidth is a bit low. So maybe if you don't use video, it can be more stable. Your Wi-Fi is cracking.
Okay.
So if you just close your video,
all right. Okay.
Then maybe towards the end we can put it on again. Just
I put my video off. Okay, coach. So I'm doing that. Just a minute. Okay. So I've stopped the video. Thank you very much, coach. Okay, so the student bit, I talk about the blog. You can do graphic designing if you are, you are good at that. Coach, is it okay now? Online teaching, event planning.
It's better. Let's work with this for a while. When you're back sure. You can put back the video on.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Samuel. All right. So how to create the income? I got to the student part. If you're a student, you can start a blog, graphic design, online teaching, event planning, video editing, freelance writing. These are basic skills that will not affect the academic work too much, maybe at your free time. Proofreading and editing, virtual assistants, home baking, makeup consulting, etc. Okay, I mean, these are just small incomes that can help you with your investment or financial journey early. So when you are done with school, at least you have something small to move on to the next stage. All right. Okay, coach, we can go to the next. So ways to save. Now we said your plan should have generating income, managing those income, that is your expenses, right? And also investing. Coach, I think we have to go to the next one. Hello, coach. Hello. Hello. Hello, coach.
Hi, Ramat.
Hello, coach. Sorry, I lost you.
Okay.
I think we are back together. I'm so sorry. I think, I lost the line. All right, coach. So I was saying that so we can go to the next slide. So all I'm speaking about is the plan. The plan should have future to end. It should be able to generate income. When you generate income, you need to control the income. And that is where we are going to, right? So we have looked at how to create the income, getting a job, starting a business, selling your passion, the assets. I've looked at the student bit. So we can move on to the next. All right, coach. So I think everybody was clear with me there. So I touched on. All right. So generating income, then we say that you need to control the income. That is the expenses. And how do you, control that, or probably ways to save, right? So this is it. To control some of the income, I mean, it's also a form of saving, because when you minimize the expense, your savings increases. So if you are to spend 1,000 naira on something with effective management and you spend 500 naira, you have saved. So ways to save is also a form of controlling expenses. All right, so how do you save? You set a grocery budget. And it's important. People like throwing away food easily. But if you have a grocery budget and you are sticking to it, you know what to throw away and what to keep. You negotiate, and I've said everything. We are young. So pardon me, unless you are very old. But if you are 20, 18, 22, you are young. So negotiating everything doesn't take anything away from you. I'm not saying that go and be shouting in front of people or where everybody is. So when you are coming, people say that, hey, this lady, everything you negotiate. But you know why? I mean, sometimes asking for a little discount helps. Don't go and be presenting yourself at shops and places like you have billions of money to spend in. At the end of the day, you get back to your hostel or homes or workplaces and you are crying. So please, let's try to negotiate comfortably. That looks good. Then sell unwanted items. There are other things we also buy as secondhand. So people ship electrical items like blenders, you know, hair dryers and all that. We buy them secondhand. Is it because it's white? I don't know. So there are some of the things we also buy. We don't use it a lot that we can resell. It doesn't take anything from us. Okay. So when you do that, you're able to get some income and, you know, it helps with your expenses. You can use that money to buy something else. Track your expenses is important. I actually did that today. I did it because you know, the manageable money I have or the little I have, I happen to get some extra income. Then I realized that, you know, it had, you know, kind of boosted my balance. So I was just spending. Today I had to take a pen and I had to make sure that I had not overspent what I had and entered my existing savings. It's important. So once in a while, list the expenses so you know. When you track expenses, you know whether you are getting overboard or not. So you know that month one, I spent about, let's say, 100,000 or 50,000 naira. Then month two, you realize it's going to 150, 200 or 100,000. I mean, it puts, so you ask yourself, what is actually happening? You are getting what I'm saying. So it's good that you track expenses. Have no spend days. We are fond of every day we need to buy something. Is it really necessary? Sometimes we need to repeat certain stuff. The ladies, my ladies, it's real. I won't tell you I don't do it. Like tomorrow I have same seminar, but it's an on, like, you know, physical interaction, you know, to be a judge on a pitching business competition or so. And I'm at work speaking to you, but I'm not having enough time. And I think it's good that I'm at work because if I have to leave work early, it's likely I have to buy new dress. But is it necessary? Sometimes I can look at my own stuff, you know, that I have not taken to, you know, where I'm going or people have seen much and repeat it. So let us have no spend days. Tell yourself today, dear, I won't buy anything. Today, you won't spend. Check for discount codes. Sometimes where you buy, if it's some malls and all, I don't know whether Nigeria you have Mr. Price and all that. There are days that these shops run discounts. It doesn't take anything for you because the items when they came, sometimes the prices are high, but when they are discounts, you can get that dress you saw, you thought the prices were high for cheap, and it's the same dress you saw that the prices were high. So check for discounts as well, and it will be able to help you save. Try a side hustle. We've spoken about it, okay? So I work in a bank, but I do other stuff, okay? So teaching my expertise or teaching my knowledge, sharing my knowledge, you know, sometimes you are able to get into other businesses or deals that you're able to. And so we tried a side hustle. We've spoken about it, the blogs, makeup consulting, makeup, blah, blah, blah. It is important. The side hustle also helps you to increase your income. So you don't have one line of income. Probably you can decide that my normal 9 to 5, my business income that comes, this is what I'm using. But my expenses, I'm going to tap from the side hustle revenue. Okay, so save all your coins. We like throwing coins away. I don't know how Nigeria is, whether you have coins, but Ghana coins now is used to be money. You know, for the Ghanaian system, we scrapped a lot of zeros. So we used to have like you have, like the 50,000, the 100,000, the 1 million. It got to a time, 1 million, the government had to take about 4 zeros out. And that was a lot of money. So if you don't take time, and if it was a 10,000, then the 40 became a 1 Ghana cedi. Okay, no coins for Nigeria, then that's fine. But the minimum naira that you have, don't overlook it. I'm sure you can save those ones. Those ones can buy you water. right? Then avoid too many debts. Sometimes when people see money in their accounts, then they want to go and be buying, oh, don't worry, they are ordering certain, especially online orders, because at the end of the day, if we don't take time, we end up putting ourselves in so many debts. So these are some of the ways you can control your income. Because if you don't control your income, you might not have excess from your income to lead that free, the financial journey. You might not be able to get there. You end up calculating what others are, living comfortably. I'm not saying too much luxury, but there are certain things you should have. Okay, all right. So ways to invest. So how to invest? I always say that it's okay to start small. Investment is simply what you do with what you have. There is a lot of definition for investment. This is what I like, so I use it. Listen, it says investment is simply what you do with what you have. It didn't say that what you do with 100,000 naira. No. So it means you have 1,000 naira out of it. Okay. Hello, coach. Hello, coach.
Yes, I'm with you. Do you want another slide, the next one? No?
No. We can be on that slide. Just a minute. Just a minute, please. We can be on that slide. Just a minute.
Okay, this one.
Yes, just a minute.
Okay, that's fine. We'll give you a minute.
Thanks very much, coach. Hello, coach.
That's fine. Please go ahead.
Thanks very much. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. All right. So the ways to invest, as I said, this is it's not about having 100,000 naira before you can invest. It says that investment is simply what you do with what you have. If it's 5,000 naira, do something out of it. If it's 5,000 naira, you can put 1,000 naira aside. You can put 500 naira aside. That's what I'm saying. Either than that people say that investment is for the rich. It's never. Sorry. Hello, please. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, but your bandwidth is very poor. It was cracking. Did you change location?
Sorry. No, I'm still at the same location.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So if you have 5,000 for example, and you put 1,000 aside, in a year you have 12,000. In 2 years is 24,000. In 3 years, 36,000, and is growing. That is why investment does not have a specific amount. That is why amount to start with. I'm reading. Sorry. Am I still breaking?
I think it's better now, but it was very poor.
Poor. Sorry.
Yeah, let's see what you can.
Sorry.
I think this is, you don't have much more to go, right? This is the last, I think.
Yes, I think some few.
But there are many questions in the question box. That's my. Well, let's let you finish first, and then we'll go to the questions. You can wrap up, and then we'll go to the questions. Hello, Ramat. You're muted now.
Hello, coach.
Yeah.
Okay, coach. So that's it. So I've spoken about the investment. So you can put money into stocks, bonds, cash, and starting your own business. Okay, so we can move ahead. It's not concluding here, but I said don't spend another year doing the same thing. We cannot achieve what we are talking about if we keep on postponing and saying that this investment savings business they are talking about, this financial journey, I cannot start today. You can start today. So I said, even if you have 500 naira, you can put 300. All right, sure. So we shouldn't just keep on postponing, no, birthing you into wealth. Now, can we move on? Oh, audio is bad. Audio. Hello, coach.
Yeah, I'm with you now. Your time is, you have very little time left. Do you want to go into the second set of slides, or you've spoken about it during the introduction?
Okay, I think that, okay, just a summary of that. So I think we've spoken a lot about how to get to the financial journey, and I had to take about look at the business aspect of generating the income. So just a little bit, then we end. I'm sure that at a very appropriate time also. So now everything is a bit modern. We've moved forward from the ancient time. It had to be brick and mortar. Now we have commerce, we have online businesses. So I'm saying that modern trend of effective management. And I'm saying we need to set up businesses that generations can take over, right? Okay. And we have to be at par with whatever it's, happening currently. Okay, coach, can you just move to the strategy bit? Then I think that I'll end there. All right. So with effective business management, you can move forward. With effective business management, you need to have a strategy. Yes, strategy. Good. All right. So you need to have a good strategy in place for business as well, so that you can get enough income. Don't do business and it collapse. So you have to have the operational aspects of your business. There should be professionalism, business processes, improving upon quality, take feedback and work on it. Provide excellent customer service. Customer service is the core of your business as an entrepreneur. And we always forget it. Businesses collapse because in Africa, we do little about excellent customer service. Customer service is part of your operational strategy. We need to serve customers well. They will give word of mouth to other people and they'll come and work with you. Your finances should also be in good place, proper record keeping. You have to get good marketing and communication in place. If you do the right customer service, even you don't need to spend on marketing. People will market for you. Then your human resource, right? You have to have enough staff, skilled and knowledgeable staff. You don't engage people that cannot learn quickly or cannot do what you have. At least there should be a bit of knowledge. An important aspect of your business is team. And I say that because when you are not available, your team will have to, represent you well. Another aspect of business for business growth is networking. So when you go on programs, you meet people, we share ideas, workshops, like we are here. In case of anything, you can fall on someone. Education is important when you are running a business. You need to stay up to date. And most importantly, you need to think global. Now, everybody is doing business global. I'm a Ghanaian, but I'm speaking to Ghanaians and Nigerians as well. So in doing business, you have to think about growing your business global. If you put the structures in place and you are not able to do tomorrow, future generations will be able to continue for you. And lastly is about technology. Now we are in a technological world. You need to input a lot of technology in your businesses, especially with payment methods. So I'm sure that, so you don't say that unless you come to me, meet me physically and pay. Any modern trend of payment, be it POS, MasterCard, mobile money, at least you should have. So somebody can order for your service and still, I want to talk about is time and stress. Without health, you cannot continue your business. So as you are working, have time for yourself. Learn to say no to certain things that will not help you. Organize well so that you are not overstressed. If you are overstressed, you become sick, and that entrepreneurship journey, that business cannot move on. In conclusion, I'm saying that it's about time we build sustainable businesses, and businesses many generations can take over to survive. Harvard, many years to come, everybody will sell Mercedes-Benz. Many years to come, if you have Mercedes-Benz and you want a quick car to turn around with, everybody would like to go in for Toyota. So you have to be able to build such sustainable businesses. Giant businesses like the Lamborghinis, etc. Remember to take time to rest because we need you alive. Thank you very much, and I'll be on standby for your questions.
Thank you very much, Coach. Yeah, you put a lot into the time that you had. You used it very well. There's so many questions.
Yeah.
We'll give you a break to take a cup of water. And then I think some of the questions, maybe Dr. Theo is still on the call, and Engineer Nee is on the call. So I can put some of the questions to them.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So I'll take the 1 minute break.
Yeah, take a break. Yeah. I want to thank everyone who is around the call. We'll be wrapping up very soon. There's so many questions that we cannot answer. We can't answer all the questions in this session, but every question will be answered either by sending you an email with a response or on our pages or in subsequent sessions. I'm just going to ask one of the questions right away. I think I should stop sharing. Okay. Okay, Dr. Theo, I know you're still there. You would have to unmute. I want you to answer this question, please. And this question is by Muyiwa Ikpaye. It says, must all investment be monetary? Is spending time to develop ourselves and skills also regarded as an investment? I want you to answer this question, please.
Yes, thank you so much. Personal development is the biggest source of investment. Personal development is the biggest source of investment. And the highest paying investment or return on investment is the mental work. And that's why the scientists, the engineers, the space people, and the computer scientists are more highly paid or generate better revenue than the bricklayers. Of course, the bricklayers are all important. No job or no profession is unimportant. And so if you have to invest in yourself, if you, for instance, you can imagine, let's say this. If we were to bring Professor Wale Soyinka to speak to us for 1 hour, there's only one thing: he could do it for pro bono. But if you were to charge, he would charge you a whole lot of money with plenty of conditions. And why? Because of his level of intellectual capability, right? And many people will want to listen to him. Not necessarily if he were a bricklayer, of course, not many people want to listen to him. So I encourage you as a young person, as a student, that you need to invest in yourself. That's the biggest investment so far that will give you a higher return. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Theo. That's well answered. I find that, and I'm glad that most of the people around the call this evening are young adults. Because I find that this question comes up a lot when you're speaking to young people. I've had that question also put to me when I recently spoke to some medical students. Okay, thank you, Dr. Teo. Madam Ramat, there's a question for you. How do I start? How do I start a blog with low finance?
Hello, Coach.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sure, Coach. All right.
So there's a question. How can I start a blog with low finance?
Okay, sure. All right, thank you very much. So the person that asked that, it will go to the blog, not only the blog alone, I think generally. It's in line. It's actually in line with how to start a business with no funds. People normally ask. So normally when, you know, such, normally when you have such questions about, you know, starting a business, it's not everything you start that probably you might need to borrow. So the basic thing and familiar thing we normally look at is that you can seek family support. You can say that, okay, that aspect cannot help you. I think Dr. Theo mentioned something about people wanting to do everything for money. If I got him clearly there. So it also depends about relationship you build. Now, at this point that we are in life, right? If you are embarking on this journey and there are certain helps you cannot seek from people, I'm not saying that you should become a burden. Then you need to look at your relationship and network. So I'm saying that if you are having effective relationship and network, definitely there could be help from somewhere. The helps also can come through certain giveaways. It might not be blocked to benefit you, but it could be attendance of certain programs. There are other stuffs, there are other things, probably some giveaways might not be limited to what the sponsors do in a law. It could be anything, or it could be also financing certain mindset of it or a startup that you want to come up with, right? Now, you can also negotiate with people that are into it, or, you know, the web developers or somebody that can, you know, help with it. There are some packages they have. If you are lucky, the person might help you start, but could have you have split payment, okay? Or if it is a blog that you definitely know that it will be very generative. So my answer is actually answering the blog, but at the same time, I'm also looking at like a business aspect as well. So it has to be realistic. Because if you say that you have no funds at all, then it means that you cannot do business. I'm coming to your blog, but you can do business. Sometimes you can even have the items on credit. So you sell and pay the person. So when you get the order, you take it from the supplier, you deliver, and it should be something that is reliable and come back to pay. So in simple terms, I'm saying that you can fall on family. It can come through network. If we are not getting these basic stuff, because of course, nobody would like to give you anything for free. Okay, there are certain places that you can also ask for support. You can also scout around for this business pitching. As I mentioned already, tomorrow I'll be on one, and you know, I'll become a judge. Now, note, it is not just about having an idea. So anybody comes up at all and say that I have this idea I want to start. What if it's all being supported, sponsored, and is not bringing anything? Now, so to be able to come up with such an idea of having a blog and wanting support, then you should be able to put down a little business plan. Somebody should buy into your idea, even not reading, but explaining to the person why you need that support. And the reason should be convincing. So what type of blog are you having? Is it a blog that is going to advertise businesses, blah, blah, blah? It's an example. So for me, I'm a business coach. I'm on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. If you are venturing into something that you help me in act, and the money involved is not too much, I can equally help you go around it, so that in return, or before paying me, or to reduce your exposure of, you know, debt or money you have taken from me, you can also in turn advertise. So it's not about just you going. Either than that, we can have 1,000 people saying that, hey, help me, this is my idea. So put put a little plan down that this is what I want to do. This is the benefit of it. And maybe in 2, 3 months or 4 months, this is what I'm going to reap out of it. And I think that if you have such convincing small presentation down, a friend, relative, or anybody in business or someone that that you approach with the idea can help you with. I hope I've helped.
Thank you very much, Coach. Thank you very much. The person that asked this question was anonymous. Can you please send an email with this question with your name and your contact details, and we can take it forward. If you really do have that interest, someone can help you. And then one of the participants put up in the chat box, if you're monitoring it, it says you can visit blogspot.com. I know that I used that 15 years ago, but it has its limitations, but it's probably somewhere to start from. Thank you so very much, Coach Ramat. Thank you for your time. And
thank you.
Just to add that some of the things that Ramat does outside this presentation that she's done, I know she's mentoring a group of people and on a regular basis. I think in the past 1 month is every 2 weeks, right? Where you brought that lady from the United States to talk about how to make money online. Is it every 2 weeks?
Yes.
So
yes,
you can
once every month.
Monthly. So you can follow her page, and when all these programs come up, you can learn so many things. I'm not at that level in life where I can take some of the skills and make money out of it, but some young people can really learn these things and make money out of it. So if you follow her online, you can see the adverts for all this. It's free. These conversations are free. It's just to empower people. It's a passion that we have to help people. I think in that session I'm referring to, the lady had spoken and had taught how people can make money just by watching, some movies or something online. Something very mundane that you can just do casually and make money out of. But we can share the details on our side, on our pages later. Thank you so very much, Coach Ramat. Engineer Nee, thank you. See that you're on the call. The next question is for you. Tomorrow we'll be having a session where Engineer Nee will be speaking to us on how and why we need to start investing early and the things we need to do. I know most people around the call are looking for how they can earn more, but you also need to listen to tomorrow's session on how you can start investing. I think Ramat had said, start small. In one of her slides, she said start small. So please join us tomorrow. We're starting at 4. We won't spend too much time in the first part, but Engineer Nee will spend most of the time tomorrow sharing his experience on investing and starting early. So, sir, the question is for you, and you can choose to answer it as much as you want today or maybe to tomorrow. But this person is anonymous as well and says, I really need to hold on to a business, but right now I don't have enough. I don't have enough money, and also I have the fear of investing. If it doesn't work out, what do I do? That's why I'm putting the question to you, sir. I hope he's still there. I think he's there. Yes,
sir. Is it to me?
Yes, sir, it's to you, to Engineer Nee. I really need to hold on to a business, but right now I don't have enough money, and also the fear of investing. What if I invest and it doesn't work out? What do I need to do? So you can answer it, as much as you want to. I know you'll be talking about a lot about things like this tomorrow.
Okay, so the first thing I will say is the fearful man dies many times before his death. So you first of all need to conquer that fear. Now there is no investment that does not come with its own risks. So you need to understand what the risks are and what will be your mitigations plan. There is a saying that if you are going to fall, you need to fall safely. So part of the mitigations plan is to ensure that if things don't work out, you are still protected or you are still kept whole. That's one. Now, about not having enough money, well, all businesses try to look for money. But I think one mistake people make when they are looking for money is the way they pitch their needs. And what I always tell people is this: you own the idea, you own the business idea, you need money, you are going to meet somebody and ask the person to fund your idea. The question I will ask you is, what is in it for that person? I would rather go and meet somebody and say, look, I have this idea. I need 100,000 naira, for example, and this idea could fetch me 50,000 naira. Please, can you help me raise 100,000? And out of that 50,000 or whatever that the business will make, I will give you 30 and I will take 20. I think such a proposition would likely get a response than when you say, I have a business idea, I need 100,000, give me the 100,000, and you will not get anything in return apart from thank you. That does not show that you understand the value of money, the time value of money. You are basically asking somebody to come and take a risk, and is not going to benefit anything from it. So that's the mistake most people make when they are trying to raise money. I can assure you that every good business idea would attract money if the return is good enough and the proposition is good enough. Thanks.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. I have so many questions that border on the conversation tomorrow. At the risk of sounding that I'm trying to advertise for you to attend tomorrow, which, it's for your benefit, we're going to take all the questions tomorrow. We're going to structure tomorrow's conversation in a way that would have time to answer the questions. I won't let Engineer Nee answer this question right away, but I'll put